But you must have seen me moving around with Paul during the campaigns. Of course, I discouraged him from running on the blue color, but he decided he would do it. And of course, unfortunately, Paul didn't win that particular election. But I told him that, Paul, given your passion for service, for community, there will always be something that comes up. So I want to use this opportunity really to thank the Lord Mayor, the Mayor, and your council for giving Paul this assignment. We really appreciate. When Paul called me to, I think he had been contacted by the mayor and the other people. They were doing some background checks and they wanted his qualifications and other things. He told me, I'm being considered for this position. What do you think? I'm glad many people have pointed it out. I told Paul, you're one of the biggest landlords in Mbale. There's no one better to attend to issues of land in Mbale than you. So, for me, this is a God-given opportunity. Go and serve your people of Mbale with distinction, but also with integrity. You'd barely, like on a Saturday, you'd barely find people in this town. It was basically a ghost town. There were no people. I'm talking about 1990, 1991, 92. Today, when I was driving, it was a Saturday and there was a jam in Mbale town. And I kept thinking, how has our population multiplied all these years? And the resource that is facing the greatest pressure because of this population explosion is the land. In 1990, I know that there were so many free pieces of land. I remember my dad, my aunties would just pick plots of land in senior quarters there very freely. There was no claim on them really. Today, I'm sure it is easier for a camel to go through an ice needle than for you to find land in Mbale town. So that means that there's too much pressure, and because of that, there are obviously many conflicts on the issues of land. So Paul, you're taking up this assignment together with the rest of your team, the members who are here, at a time when we are facing a lot of pressure out of land. I'm glad that Reverend prayed for you, that you'll be able to have wisdom and work with integrity. And we really want to wish you success. Now, to all the other people here, I want to tell you of, people love land. I've seen people who want to accumulate land just for the sake of accumulation. And my school of thought, I keep telling people, but how much land do you need? A few years ago, I read an essay. I like reading, I'm a literature person. So there's a famous Russian author, it's called Leo Tolstoy. Those of you who have Google, you will check out this letter. If you check on Google, just look for a title called How Much Land Does Man Need? There's an essay by this guy called Leo Tolstoy. So Leo Tolstoy narrates a story of a man who was very greedy for land. So this man wanted land. He would go farm, finds new land in Russia. He makes his harvest was very good, and then he would go to the next village, he finds bigger land, bigger land. So one time, he meets a stranger who tells him, if you go beyond that hill, there's a man there who will give you so much land, you'll never need land again. So he says, really? He says, yes, you go. And so when he gets there, he finds that man, and the man tells him, do you know, if you want land, this is what we are going to do. I want you to wake up in the morning when the sun is rising. You run as the sun is moving. So he showed him a very expansive field of land and said, you run. The only test is this. I want you to be back at the starting point where you began running from, when the sun is setting. Now, all the land you would have covered as you're running is going to be your land. But you must come back before the sun sets where you started. So this guy began running in the morning. The sun was moving, so the sun gets to midday, 1 p.m. there. He looks, there's still so much land ahead of him, so he runs much faster. The sun keeps going, the man runs. So when he notices the sun is about to set, he has to come back where he started from. So the man runs very fast. Because if he was not to be there before the sun sets, it meant he had wasted his time. He would not even get a piece of soil. So this man runs very, very fast. Unfortunately, where he had begun from was a hill. So he runs, the sun, he looks behind, the sun is moving, and the last, I think, like 100 meters, he dashes. It is up a hill, he climbs it very fast, and he just gets to the starting point when the sun has set. Unfortunately for him, he had run out of breath, he just collapsed and died. And so when he dies, do you know how much land he was given? Enough to do what? And Leo Tolstoy says that is the land humans need. Only enough for you to be buried. Thank you.